Today we're going to go over some freeze-dried fruit. I'm going to be doing some grapes today, some strawberries, and some raspberries. I got a head start on the strawberries and the grapes, and I'll catch you guys up on that really quick. Like any fruit, just make sure you kind of pre-wash everything. So I'm going ahead and just starting out with my strawberries here. Nothing fancy, I'm just doing about 1/16 of an inch slice, or that's what seems to be the best that works out for me here. We've done strawberries before, they came out really good. So I'm gonna be packing strawberries, going hiking and stuff like that, so honestly I don't want anything smushing up on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just freeze dry me a quick carton of strawberries. They do keep their flavor. They don't get very tart. Some fruit, when you freeze dry them, they get pretty tart right away. Strawberries, I find, don't really do that. Just trying to get enough for a tray here. There we go. You can space them out as much as you want. I'm kind of just cramming them in there. They don't puff up like other freeze-dried goods do when you put them in a freeze dryer. Sometimes you need to give them a little bit of space, because they will puff up on you. Strawberries pretty much just stay the same size. Right there. Oop, that's a slippery one. That one just, that's a taste test one. Yeah, I got a whole tray of strawberries here. I can probably actually get a second tray out. Now these freeze-dried strawberries, like I said, we use them for hiking, taking to lunch. You can use them for baby food if you want to give your kids a healthy snack. You can use them in any of your smoothies. Those of you that are like into fitness, you can drop a couple of the freeze-dried strawberries in your blender when you're making your protein shakes. I actually do that with the raspberries. I put those in my protein shakes. And freeze drying is just a good way to be able to buy a little bit on bulk, not have to worry about eating a bunch of strawberries fast because they're going and rotting on you. Yeah, I'm almost done cutting all these up. Just using a regular knife here, nothing fancy. I have a party knife somewhere around here. It shows up every couple of months, then it gets moved into a new drawer. Then it disappears again. But any knife. Nothing fancy here. Just spreading everything back out. Most of the fruit, I've never done any of them whole. All your fruit you do want to slice up. I know people who do whole bananas or this or that. Haven't tried any of that. I don't have any experience with that. Just remember, the bigger the chunks that you have, the longer it takes for your freeze dryer to kind of process that. We all know, those who already own a freeze dryer, gotta be patient. Everything normally takes about overnight to complete, so I'll put these in, and then I'll have somebody take them out tomorrow while I'm at work. So always make sure you arrange that. So if you're freeze drying, the strawberries normally take about 15-16 hours. And the model that we have the medium-sized freeze dryer. You guys will get to see that here in a minute. I guess I forgot the cup one. Happens. I'm just putting them like the end pieces. I'll just put those with the inside flesh up, just to try to get most of that moisture out, facing upward. I do try to cut all my fruit. It makes it a lot easier in the freeze dryer. We just have the medium one, like I said, and yours might be a little different. You might have a large size one. It might be able to handle that differently. I don't, because can't carry it downstairs where I want it hooked up at, so I had to pick the lighter of the two. There you go. Second one all spread out, ready to go. All right. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys really quick is how I do the grapes. It's a little bit different. I actually just practiced this today, and it actually worked. So you got your regular grapes, nothing fancy, right? Just whatever's on sale works. Just, you know, we need the sales. That's the whole point of freeze drying, right? Being able to buy something on bulk, save it for later. So I take about a handful of these grapes. Nothing much, so that's not a good grape, so we'll replace them. We'll replace that one too. Alright. Nothing fancy, just a regular little plate, regular B&B, right? I'm just sitting down, got my fancy doodad here. Instead of cutting every individual grape, I just cut all handful of grapes in one stroke. Now it doesn't really take too much, but I've seen people do that before, and I want to give it a try. So I'm just going to fill this tray back up with some more grapes. Got one to roll on the floor. Maybe if you got one to roll away, just throw it away. Wash it, eat it later. So now we have our strawberries, got some grapes. I'm actually going to try to get a couple more of these knocked out for you. Gotta bear with me here. Sometimes I should have kind of prepped these ahead of time, but I am a real human being, and we do have to do some prep work when we do this. Everybody's always asking, hey, How long does it take you to prep your stuff? Well, it takes a while, but doing this kind of cuts down on some of the time. Normally I use parchment paper. I just forgot to cut some to size to these pans. I do have slip mats. Like I said, just like my paring knife, they show up every couple of weeks. But the only advantage I found with the slip mats is that the fruit does pop off it pretty easy. I do like the slip mats. I should actually order a second set, so when these go MIA, I'll have another set ready available. A couple of these. You can test the product out and see. You know, you don't have to do this method, you know, if you got some time on your hands, you can still just cut, you know, individual grapes, that's up to you. This is just something that I wanted to give a try. There's a lot of sugar in these fruits, so I probably should have used some parchment paper just to kind of save up on some of the cleaning, but like I said, sometimes when you feel like you want to get into a project like freeze drying some fruit, you forget about those things. Alright, I'm almost done with this bag here. I should probably take up the rest of this tray. That was a loner. And the loners you can eat too. You don't have to freeze dry these old ones. You just want to hang out. Alright. I'm actually kind of liking this one slice, get most of your grapes done method. There's a couple that kind of generally get hit here. Kind of went a little crooked on those. It's alright. It'll just be some tiny ones. There's always one. Alright, so while you guys sitting there watching me load up my grapes, there's a like button on that bottom left there. Go ahead and hit that. If you guys want to see some more freeze dry stuff, hit subscribe. We'll have some other videos coming out here pretty soon. We do have the freeze dried watermelon. Just go ahead and look us up. I have not got it attached yet, but I have to do a new video on the watermelon. Found another trick to that. And making thin slices instead of cubes seem to kind of work a lot better. Alright, bear with me here guys, I'm almost there. Got one more grip of a little bunch of grapes here. I'll just take up the rest of this. Looks like we're almost there. Woo. Slippery one. Try to sneak away. Alright. The last of the grapes. Trying to let you guys watch these videos a little longer instead of me just giving you guys clips. Video clips are good. Obviously you can get a lot of information out fast. Today, we are going with the method there we go, grapes. Now, we did do some raspberries before. I'm going to try them one more time. This time when I pull them out, they're going to go directly into a bag with some oxygen absorbers. That way, they don't. These kind of get all the moisture back really quick. Matter of fact, I got 5 here. All right. So what we're gonna have to do is kind of maneuver some of these around. I forgot, I only put 4 in there, so we're gonna spread some of these raspberries around with everybody else. I'm not gonna cut these open in half. I was doing some of the other fruit. I'm just gonna throw them in there. That'll be alright. They'll survive. We got these packed in here today. Now you can mix them, it's fine. They're just gonna have strawberries might have a little flavor of the grape mixed in there, so that's all right. All right, so sorry about the crude setup. I had to change the location of the freeze dryer. Before where we had at, we just had it on the 15 amp breaker. I didn't feel like pulling new wire. Drywall was already done. And since we were about to start finishing the other half of the basement this fall, went ahead and just ran some 20 amp breakers, threw up a wall really quick. Like I said before, we have the medium freeze dryer. This model, we have to let it run for 15 minutes. It has its own countdown clock. It has a pre-freeze cycle, which I kind of like. I'm going to alternate the pan then. I don't know if that's going to do anything different. I don't know. I think it just looks cooler. There you go, we're in. Drain valve is closed. It always tells you, I like that. We're ready to start freezing. There you go. Alright, and I'll see you guys in about 15 hours. And we'll have freeze dried strawberries, grapes, and raspberries. Alright, so here we are back again after 15 hours of the freeze dryer running with the raspberries and the strawberries. I'm actually perfectly pleased with them. As you can see, strawberries come out, they're crisp. They still have that sweet tart taste to them. And I have the raspberries. The raspberries actually came out pretty good this time. The first time I did them, I hesitated on putting them inside a bag with some oxygen absorbers. You need to do that right away with the raspberries. They'll get start rehydrating with all the moisture in the air. But yeah, so these are for my personal use. I use these in my protein shakes or just as a side dish. I'm going camping or on a long drive. But they work. Strawberries and raspberries do work. Again, if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. We are going to be having another video coming up here pretty soon on apricot jam. Again, thank you for tuning in.